Audio. Headphones. MP3 players. Phones. All these things are used to play music. The headphones actually play the music. Oh, I completely forgot. There's even speakers. Now, these things are all used to play music. Like, the headphones and the speakers are both used to actually play the audio. But then the phone and the MP3 player are used to transfer that audio to your headphones or speakers so you can listen. But sometimes that's just not enough, and you need more power, or you just want to have higher quality. Now, playing directly from a phone, the aux port, the 3.5 millimeter port for phones, those, first of all, they're sadly on their way out, but they allow you to connect a pair of headphones with an aux cable directly into your phone to play music. But that instead of sending digital audio, which is what everything is stored as, it's always digital. It uses what's called a DAC, a digital to analog converter, to send the signal through that port, so that it is no longer a digital signal. But whenever you do this, if you have too low quality of a DAC, then you will lose some of that transmission, and your audio will become lower quality, and it makes it sound worse. How do you combat this? By getting a better DAC. If you just use what's in your computer, how are you supposed to have a better DAC? You buy an external DAC. This is the FiiO K11. I got this a few months ago because I wanted to get into HiFi audio, and this was decently cheap and great for getting into it. It doesn't have too much in the way of looks, but I personally like the sleek look. Also, it lights up, and I'll show you that later. But it's got a knob for doing various controls. It's got an optical in and a coaxial in and out, and then line in and a line out for playing audio from the back. There's also USB in so that you can plug it directly into your computer. I personally use the optical in with a digital to optical converter, but you don't have to. Now, obviously, in case you didn't notice, right here there is a 12 volt. You see, it's got a 12 volt input here. So, this obviously is not wireless. You have to have it plugged in. What do you plug it in with? Of course, the power cable that comes with it. Now, you can get DACs that are... Hold on. You can get DACs that are portable, but I just didn't because they can be a little bit more expensive, and I am kind of very broke at the moment. Anyway, this is just what happens when you first plug it in. It just says FiiO and K11 and turns on. And it will display, on the home screen, it will display the bitrate that is currently playing. So you can actually change that in various settings on computers. And the normal that this shows is 48K. And that number right there is the volume. I can turn it up or down just from this menu with the volume knob. And you can change what input you're using. You can choose optical, coaxial, or USB. Those are those ports on the back. You can use the optical, you can use USB, and you can use coaxial. And then for outputs, you can have a coaxial output. You can have line out, which is, left and right channel audio, as you can see by those. But not only does it have those outputs, but it also has these. Now, this is not the standard 3.5 millimeter jack. If I take this, it doesn't fit in here properly. This is a regular 3.5 millimeter jack. doesn't really fit in here, as you can see. It's a bit too wide. So, you need a 4.4 millimeter jack for that. And then this other one, if you couldn't tell, is the big old 1/4 inch. Oh, hold on, let me... Oh, shoot. Yeah, what if... I just need to hit return. I hope I didn't mess this thing up while recording. Alright, let's see here. Nope, still fine. Okay. Anyway, this is the, this is actually an adapter for 3.5 millimeter. So this thing can just plug right into here. See? Fits just nice. This came with this DAC, actually. But this came with my Sennheiser HD 650 headphones. I actually have a pair of regular 600s that I'm currently buying. Like, I'm waiting to buy from Facebook Marketplace. So I'm hoping to get those within the next 2 or 3 weeks. And when I get them, I'll use them for a bit and review those as well. But anyway, back to this. So, like I said, this can light. This right here, it can actually light up. So to do that, you just hold this. Go over to. Well, I have it normally set to just 1 whenever I'm using it, but I'll go ahead and set it up to 5 to see if it'll like register any better on here. Hold on. Okay, I think having it at 1 will make it register way better on here. You can change the ways that you can change the pattern. Not entirely sure what the other ones are. I usually leave it at N. Actually, I don't know what that means to begin with. I guess RGBM is the pattern or color. I don't know. It's got 9 settings, 0 through 8. These aren't the important features, though. What is important is that you can change what your gain is. And gain is like how much louder it makes it whenever it sends the audio to your headphones. So I normally leave this at low because whenever you have higher gain, especially on lower, like on cheaper equipment, not to say that this is actually cheap, but it is definitely not expensive. It's actually perfect. Like, it's the perfect price for trying to get into hi-fi audio. But with the this only has 3 levels of gain. It's got low, medium, and high. At low, it's the lowest amount of gain. It doesn't really play too much. Like, it doesn't really play that loud. But that's also how you get the highest quality audio out of this DAC. Now, like I said, I use an optical input, so let me get that hooked up for you real quick. There we are. Now, because I didn't have this facing upwards, you didn't see, but whenever I plugged this in, this went immediately to 192 kbps. The reason for that is because that's what I have the output to my digital to analog. I use a digital to optic converter, I mean. The output to that I have set to 192. Like, that's the highest this thing will read. At least with what I have. I think you can actually get, like, even higher on this. But I just don't have anything that can actually support that for this. But, anyway. In all, this is a very good starter piece of equipment. It's great for just getting into hi-fi audio. It's what I started with. I'm, like I said, currently waiting on getting a pair of HD 600s. And then I'll be reviewing those. Sorry, I'm setting my audio back down to 50 because OCD reasons. Anyway, so this thing is great. Like, it's got some good outputs out here. 3 outputs back here. That's pretty good. And it can do optical USB or coaxial in. I mean, I haven't really done much with hi-fi audio equipment yet, but, you know, for starting, that's more than enough and can help you with whatever you need. Really quick before I actually wait, also this is also a button. That's how you actually go between doing these things. You just press in on this. Like, so that's how you select. And then if you just hold it, then you can go to this menu, or it powers it off. Real quick, I would also like to say, so what I have for my HiFi audio, like to do an optic conversion, is this Duke Audio U2 Pro. Let me just see if I can zoom in on this to focus a little better. Now, as you can see, it's got the different bit rates. You can actually change it between UAC 1 and 2. For like 1 is for like consoles and stuff, and 2 is for like phones and computers. It comes with a USB in cable that, like, it's got USB-C on one end and then USB-C on the other end, with an adapter for USB-A, which is, just the regular USB. But if you want, and it also comes with the optical out cable, and then there's also HDMI and coaxial outs. I don't use those, but I mean, do what you want. I don't know if they're better or worse. Like I said, I've only used optical. Can't say anything about the others. So I just leave this connected to this at all times, except for right now. And this is pretty good. Like I was saying, this FiiO K11, it's a great starter deck. It can really help you get into hi-fi listening. And even if you choose to get this and then you decide you don't want to go any farther, this is still a great piece of equipment to have. It keeps like your audio sounding good. It's not the strongest thing out there. It's not too much of an amp. But it does still have good quality audio that will, I mean, the Sennheiser HD 650s are 300 ohms, which for headphones, that's quite a bit. But it still plays decently loud on those. So, like, this thing, it's about $150, which for DACs and like other hi-fi audio equipment, that's actually pretty cheap. Like, my headphones were $340 when I got them because I had them on discounts. Normal price is $600, but for now, I mean, this is what I got, and it works great. I'm actually looking to upgrade to higher quality equipment soon. I'm probably going to stick with FiiO for now because this is what I've used, and this is actually pretty good. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So look forward to more reviews of FiiO products. I mean, other things as well. But the next few, like DACs and probably amps, are going to be FiiO instead of anything else. And then whenever I start to get more money, I will be able to afford other products, like from other brands, and I'll review those. In the end, great starter deck. Good for anyone just trying to get into hi-fi audio. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to be able to use this. It basically just works right out of the box. And that's about it. So, yeah. Thank you to everyone for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see more, please just check out my channel and maybe hit that bell icon so that you can get notified whenever I upload another video. Thank you all for watching. Bye.